Jesus went with them to a garden called Gethsemane and told his disciples,
Stay here while I go over there and pray.
Taking along Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, he plunged into an agonizing sorrow. Then he said,
This sorrow is unbearable. Stay here and pray with me.
Going a little ahead, he fell on his face, praying,
My Father, if there is any way, get me out of this. But I want to do your will. I want to do what you have sent me to do.
When he came back to his disciples, he found them sound asleep.
Peter, can you stick it out with me a single hour? Stay alert. Be in prayer so you don't wander into temptation without even knowing you're in danger. There is a part of you that is eager, ready for anything in God. But there's another part that is as lazy as an old dog sleeping by the fire.
He then left them a second time. Again he prayed,
My Father, if there is no other way than this, I'm ready. Do it your way.
When he came back, he again found them sound asleep. They simply couldn't keep their eyes open. This time, he let them sleep on and went back a third time to pray, going over the same ground one last time.
Wow, what terrible friends. They couldn't even stay up to help Jesus when he was so sad.
Jesus has been saying this all throughout his time on earth. We can be in the very presence of Jesus, listen to his parables, even have him wash our feet, and we can still get distracted and make mistakes. Jesus knows how sinful and forgetful we are, and that's the very reason he submits himself to God's will. When he came back the next time, he said,
Are you going to sleep on and make a night of it? My time is up. The Son of Man is about to be handed over to the hands of sinners. Get up. Let's get going. My betrayer is here.
The words were barely out of his mouth when Judas, the one from the 12, showed up, and with him a gang from the high priests and religious leaders brandishing swords and clubs. The betrayer had worked out a sign with them.
The one I kiss, that's the one. Seize him.
He's going to kiss Jesus?
A kiss on the cheek is how someone greeted one another back then. Judas went straight to Jesus, greeted him, and kissed him.
How are you, Rabbi?
Judas, why are you pretending that you are my friend?
Then they grabbed him and arrested him. Peter pulled his sword and, taking a swing at the chief priest's servant, cut off his ear.
Put your sword back where it belongs. All who use swords are destroyed by swords. Don't you realize that I am able right now to call to my Father, and a multitude of fighting angels would be here battle ready? But if I did that, how would the scriptures come true that say this is the way it has to be? What is this? Coming out after me with swords and clubs as if I were a dangerous criminal? Day after day, I have been sitting in the temple teaching, and you never so much as lifted a hand against me. You've done it this way to confirm and fulfill the prophetic writings.
After this, all the disciples ran and scattered, while the gang that had seized Jesus led him away to bring him before Caiaphas, the chief priest.
Thanks for joining us as we go through Holy Week. Today, Jesus chose to submit. He knows he's about to go to the cross, so he takes time to be with God his Father. Even though he prays for God to find another way, he still loves us enough to go to the cross. He submits to the Father's will by submitting to go with the mob that he knows will kill him. Take a few moments to reflect on the story today and use the guide linked in the notes to go deeper. We'll keep going with the story tomorrow.